Hello, patrons, and welcome back. We don't have a Patreon song. We don't.
Not yet.
Jamie, are you going to make a Patreon song?
No. God, no. I think when I said not yet, with the bit I was going with was like, but you can vote to help us make one or something. But then immediately I was like, no, that sounds like so much work.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like we have like a no of like editing in post rule for Patreon. Except I already broke that because I like edited the Neener voice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I had to. Like I couldn't leave that plain.
Well, yeah, without it, it's not his voice. Yeah,
it would be weird. It would have been weird. But like no music, no sound effects, nothing. It's just straight audio for Patreon.
Can we make a poll on Patreon? And it's just, do you want to make a Patreon song? And all 5 answers are no.
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy. That's easy. I can make that happen.
Perfect.
Well, welcome back, patrons. This is another Nathan and Jamie.
It's the Nathan Jamie show.
It's the Nathan Jamie
show. I can't speak English words, but that's fine.
This one, as voted by you, the audience,
viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you. But actually, though, thank you for your money and support. I always feel weird talking about that, but it's a legit thing. Like, genuinely, thank you. Here's what you get. So this episode will be a sequel to a bonus episode we did in season 2. Called The Ballad of Bombadiglio. I'm telling you this now because if you haven't heard the original, don't listen to this one. Stop now. Go listen to the original Ballad of Bombadiglio. If you remember 0 things from it, but you did see it, maybe listen to it again. We'll do a little recap in just a second, but I'm just giving you a quick warning. If you didn't listen to it, this will have major spoilers, and we'll pick up where the other one left off, so you'll be confused. So go listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we've all listened to it. You've come back. Great job.
Did you like it? Did you have a good time? Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Thank you, audience. Thank you for doing that just now. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Good job. It took you over an hour to listen to it, but you did it. Now you're back. For those of you who listened to it a long time ago, here's the recap.
Yes.
The Ballad of Bombadiglio takes place in the village of Stephaknee.
Yes. Yep. In Glenwood.
Yes, and I'm going to say, now that it's canon, it's in northern Glenwood. It's in northern Glenwood, closer to Tarif. And it took place during the Star Jubilee, which was the knockoff version of the Sun Festival.
Right. It's their low budget, Yeah.
And it described the arrival of 2 out-of-towners to when the Star Jubilee was taken over by a wealthy patron called Bombadiglio, who used the whole thing.
He financed the show and made it bigger and brighter and crap like that. But that was all a cover for a really elaborate revenge plot for something that happened 6 years before that.
Yes.
Involving a monster. It got super... I can say this because I wrote the story. It got really complicated and dumb. So... There was a animal that went all crazy, and Nathan and Jake's characters had to stop it when it came back, and then it chased Bombadiglio out of town.
Yes, and that animal, this is a very important detail, was a hybrid between a chicken and a Piig, which is just a long pig with longer legs. And they fused together to create the Piigin, which had also grown into giant form and was attracted to bright lights and chased Bombadiglio out of town, who's also an illusion magician.
Yes, he's good with appearances and tricks like that and stuff. But it wasn't enough to save him from the wrath of the Piigin.
No. And so, in preparation for this, making the poll, I thought, when were times that Jamie had other characters? And I remembered this, and so I threw up Ballad of Bombadiglio 2, The Revenge of the Piig, with 0 idea of what the plot would be, and I should have known. Everyone would have voted for that.
Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to add another thing to the poll. It only had 3 things on it.
Right.
So I put that on there, and you're all like, yo, that sounds fun. And so then Jamie and I were like, crap, we got to go re-listen to it. Because we didn't remember what had happened 2 years ago.
Absolutely not. It was a fever
anyway, now
dream.
we do have a plot, and we're gonna do it now.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to do a little intro to the story, and then we're just gonna go hog wild.
Oh, I get it.
This is about pigs.
It's a livestock joke.
The village of Stephaknee has just recovered from the chaos that happened this last spring during the Star Jubilee, when the village was attacked by a gigantic Piig, and that rogue Bombadiglio was literally chased out of town into the forest. Afterwards, the villagers had to rebuild the damaged buildings and their pride, but they proudly sent off the winner of the Star Jubilee, named dumb shit, to compete in the Sun Festival. It has been a few months since the Sun Festival, and of course there's been much mourning for the death of Umshit. But finally everything has been rebuilt. And now fall rolls around, harvest time is near, and the village continues as they drink their boar's head liqueur, and they eat their melts.
God damn it.
Yeah, we just re-listened to it. We got all the fun details, and so
it was rough.
The simple village. It's got some notable characters, and so let's pick up with Gary. What is Gary doing on this fine fall day?
Gary is let's see. I don't think Gary's a farmer. I think Gary. We covered a little bit about each of these guys, but it was really only in like relation to what they were doing during the festival or the Jubilee.
Because Gary was the guy who ran the festival previously to the incident 6 years ago.
Right.
And still did a lot of work even when he wasn't running it.
Yeah, he just had to be in charge of a bunch of like busy work.
He made the sandwiches.
he made the melts. Gary runs the inn. Gary runs the inn. He's the innkeeper. And on day, like, did you say it was morning or something? Or,
yeah, we can say it's in the day.
Yeah, it's in the daytime. He is dusting and sweeping a couple of rooms, and he's like, a couple of people are taking their leave as the night ends, and they head out, leaving their room, and he tells them, "Oh, come back again, don't be a stranger," and stuff like that, and yeah, polishing the doorknobs and making sure the inn looks all nice and inviting and stuff like that. It's just a regular day for him.
And then who was the other character I wanted to quickly get involved?
We got Theodorian, the actor.
Oh, Theodorian. Okay. That's the one. I need Theodorian. I need him in this scene right now.
I mean, he's doing a monologue. Like, he's in the town square, even though there's no celebration of any kind happening. He's just doing his thing. And I think, I wonder if people give him money like a street performer, maybe?
A couple allium pucks.
Yeah. Whatever the response is, that's kind of doesn't matter, because with Theodorian goes, he just goes.
I want to hear a snippet of his monologue.
Oh yeah, 100%. He is. It's a tricky scene because he's playing out two characters, and it's not always clear when he's switching back and forth. So what it sounds like is something like, "You will not save the princess, for you see she has already been taken away, even from my sight. No, this can't be. I was told that she would be here, but you don't understand that she was never here to begin with." And I think there's a little bit of like, did he switch characters? Did he?
He's not good at the voices.
Yeah, did he go back? He didn't. That's just his normal voice, right? So it's not 100% clear. This might not be the best received show Theodorian has ever put on, right?
I think he does have one faithful viewer, though.
Okay.
It's a stout fellow.
Okay.
He's just kind of sitting there, nodding along, squinting, trying to follow. Theodorian, did you swap characters? Is that the same guy? There's
a brief pause in the recitation, and then I turned to the foe in front of me, and then I said, and he's realizing that he needs to like put in a little bit more.
You should use some
clarification.
Props. You should use some props. I think that would help you, Dorian. Just a simple little like a hat and a sword, then it really help you differentiate, because I know you can't do the voices, Theodorian. We all know. Am I right? He, like, the guy gestures to everyone else.
In character, he says, For you see, the princess is more than a month's ride from here, and also, including lots of props and other stage items, ruins the integrity of a one-man show, some might say.
Well, then you should do less characters, Theodorian. It just gets confusing. And, like, someone's like, hey, Dip, shut up and just let him do the show. Sorry. Yeah, Theodorian, hey, you want to go get some lunch? It's on me. I know you don't have money. I can see your hat is empty. I can take it.
His arms kind of fall, and he sighs, and he's just like, you know what, Dip? I think that does sound like a nice idea. I'm sorry for yelling at you, even though you can't always tell when I'm yelling, because it doesn't sound that different from when I'm just speaking.
Let's go see, Gary. I think let's get some of his melts. He makes good melts. You
can always count on Gary to make some good melts.
So, Theodorian and Dip head on over to Gary's Inn and, they get some food. So, Theodorian, what is an actor doing? Like, why'd you come here to Stephaknee to perform? I mean, you're not a local. You came here, what was it? Oh, you came here for the Star Jubilee, and then you never left many years ago.
That's absolutely correct. I came here with there was a traveling caravan of performers and other kinds of artists, and once I heard about the Star Jubilee, I hopped on a sort of a bit of hitchhiking, you could say, from that caravan over here, and then I realized I didn't have the funds to leave. I don't have a horse. I don't have a wagon. I have been stuck in this town ever since.
So you're stuck.
Yes.
Well, I guess you should probably have my name then.
What?
'Cause you're also a dipshit.
Oh, that's harsh, but I don't know if I should be offended or if I should tell you not to be so hard on yourself. I don't know which one of us you were insulting.
That's my literal name. That's my literal name.
Your name is Dipshit?
Yes.
Oh.
And my brother is Shit. May the end of his story be recalled for all time.
Dip, I must apologize. I didn't put it together. I just heard people calling you Dip, and I started calling you Dip. It never occurred to me that,
It's okay.
So
he
it's
puts
not...
his hand in your back.
So it's not insulting when people address you.
It's all about tone. Theodorian. And people are like, oh, hey, how's it going, dipshit? And it's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. But if people are like, hey, how's it going, dipshit? And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you didn't need to say it like that.
You know what, Dip? Tone is one thing I do understand.
He puts his hand in your back. He's like, I don't know if you do.
No, it's simply meant acting, part of a vocal performance is you know what, it's fine. It's fine.
You have one tone. You are, but it's not monotone, I will tell you that.
I am realizing there's some things about my craft that need to be...
You need to craft your craft.
Analyzed and crafted, yes. The doors to the inn burst open. And Maria, the woman who was she was kind of running it was like a list of performers and sort of just keeping track of who was going to go next and stuff. She was running that during the Star Jubilee. She is also a local, and she bursts through the doors, and she looks a little wide-eyed, a little out of breath, and she says,
Maria, what's going on?
So, do you guys remember a few months ago, Bombadiglio?
Oh yeah, how can we forget?
He came back, and I think it's just that statement. the characters in the inn are left perplexed. Yeah.
Well, we gotta go check it out. Come on, let's go, Theodorian. Gary, come on. Bring the melt with.
Oh, Theodorian is into it. He grabs the rest of the melt and he eats it as they go.
Yeah.
God, I guess I need to figure out what Bombadiglio is doing or who he's talking to.
So I think Bombadiglio, he's out there. He's just kind of like Maybe it's like catching his breath or something.
Yeah. And he doesn't look good. He looks, the last time anyone in this town saw him, he had colorful robes and like he had those weird glasses, and eventually everyone saw his magical amulet. He was really just dressed to the nines in a lot of wild ways. He looks very different now. He's thinner. He's more covered in dirt and like some scratches and stuff. His clothes are pretty torn. He's got like, I think he's got like twigs in his hair, as cliche as that is. And he looks gaunt. He looks out of breath. And he is basically just, he's just standing in the town square, and there's people like kind of gathering around to see what's going on.
Yeah, I think I'll just make a new character. I think there's like one of the town sheriff.
Oh, okay, sure.
She's kind of like looking him over, and she's like,
"Well, Bombadiglio, what makes you think you can come right back in here into Stephaknee with your sorry-looking face? I should have you arrested right now."
Maybe she's the marshal. That sounds cooler than sheriff.
What?
I'm trying to think what the like local constable would be called.
Oh, sure. Well, I don't know a ton of synonyms for sheriff.
The bailiff.
Bailiff is pretty good.
We'll say the bailiff.
All right.
I don't actually know what the difference between those things are, but she's the bailiff.
Yeah, no, I just got constable, marshal, and officer. We already knew that.
You know what? This is where we'll use bailiff Jacuzzi.
Okay.
Thank you, Lauren, for that name suggestion.
It's a good name.
Bombadiglio, what makes you think you can bring your sorry face back into Stephaknee?
Well, you see, because Sorry. Give me a second here. It's because I need to tell you. Oh, goodness. Oh, writer at all his bookshelves. You see, does anyone have a glass of water? My goodness. And he's just not having a good time, right?
Yeah, I got one right here for you. There you go.
Okay.
It's actually Boar's Head liqueur. It's not water.
He downs it. He fucking downs it. But he's immediately like coughing and hacking. That is positively the most vile water I think I've ever drank.
Yeah, because it's not water. Gotcha.
Okay,
See, look, we can pull jokes on you, too.
You know what? Can't argue with that. I wish I could come up with something more clever, but I simply don't have time. Folks, we're in real trouble here.
Yeah, because you're back.
No.
Got him again, too. This is Zinger. Gets a high five. Jim gets a high five.
Good, great, okay. I'm not even sure how to begin saying this. The Piig, no one's gonna believe me. If I just say it's up to no good, no one's gonna believe me, because they're just gonna say, oh, it was chasing you, it's trying to eat you, or whatever. How to put this? What a pickle Bombadiglio finds himself in. And he's really just like mumbling to himself a lot. He doesn't
just get to the point.
Yeah.
Bailiff Jacuzzi says,
Yeah.
if you got, and I feel like that, like a crowd is gathering too, right?
100%.
Like the town is coming out to see it, and he's like, why'd you come back after all these months? Why didn't you run off to some other town and swindle them of their hard-earned festivals?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I tried to find a different town. I got lost, and I ended up back here by mistake. But hey, no forest is better than forest, right? So as soon as I found a clearing in the trees, I realized that I'd found civilization again. And then when I saw that it was you, fine people, well, I was, quite a few different emotions, but that's fine. We're all gonna get attacked by monster creatures.
Everyone's intrigued. Everyone's listening.
Now, as the bailiff, I have two choices right now. Number one is arrest you, throw you in our makeshift cell. Haven't used that in 12 years. Because this is Stephaknee. We don't have crimes. I got the easiest job of town. Or we listen to you and get all up in a tizzy because You're saying there's monsters about. And everyone's like, well, yeah, there are. I mean, this is a magical world. There's monsters.
Yeah, there's like mistwalkers and stuff.
Yeah. There's a bunch of mistwalkers eating all of our pigs. Someone shouts.
Maria's like, oh my goodness, that's right. We've been having reports of pigs being stolen off of our farms. It seemed like the work of mistwalkers, but we couldn't be sure. They don't exactly leave a whole lot of tracks. Oh, mistwalkers. Oh boy. Okay, so you can arrest me if you want. The cell might actually be safer than where you're all gonna be. I don't know. I
kind of do. I just haven't done it.
Okay, well, that's... I'll get to the point. It's not just the Piegin. You know how your pigs have been going missing? So, during my travels, during my very drawn-out escape attempt, I don't really know how to put this. I found a bunch of animals that looked like they were in a group listening to another animal giving a speech.
Stop.
I don't know how to describe it any other way.
I just realized we're making Animal Farm.
We are a little bit.
I didn't even realize that. Oh no!
It was like it was the Piegin. It was the first time I had run into it when it wasn't trying to eat me specifically. It was standing on top of a fallen tree, and it had sort of all these other animals in like a little formation, and it was just barking and grunting and making noises as it does. Y'all probably already think I'm crazy, but I think there's some kind of animal army getting ready to do stuff.
So you're trying to tell us that the monster hybrid chimera creature, allegedly called the Piegin, that you created 6 years ago and that Gary was supposed to kill and didn't, and attacked our town a couple months ago, and has been hunting you ever since, is now rallying the support of all of our farm creatures, specifically the Pieg?
I mean, when you mentioned mistwalkers, I realized they could be involved. I haven't seen any, so right or willing, I certainly hope not, but I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility. Yes, it's true. We have seen first-hand evidence that animals can get up to some weird, freaky stuff in how they grow in that forest. I guess it's not the most impossible thing in the world.
I think I need a dice roll.
Okay.
I think I need a dice roll from Bombadiglio.
Love it.
I think it should be one of the charisma rolls, whether persuasion or fear.
Okay.
What do you think?
Persuasion.
Okay. I think Bombadiglio has a high stat in that.
Yes.
Because that's how he swindled everyone last time.
I would love to give him a high stat in that, but also a setback because of how ragged and tired and exhausted he is and stuff.
Yes. He should get a setback from that. Yeah. I'm going to say it's a difficulty 3 because it's an outlandish statement. I'm going to say he gets a setback because of how he's treated everyone.
Oh, definitely.
But then also had a boost.
Okay.
Because people have seen the Piegin. Like, he's not, like, starting from nowhere. So let's just get some dice rolling.
So I've got difficulty 3. I've got 3 green, 2 setbacks, 1 boost.
Maybe in a yellow, too.
Throw in a yellow?
Yeah, throw in a yellow. Okay. I think he's good at this stuff.
Okay.
All right, let's get some dice rolled.
Right. What I have is 4 failures, 3 advantages, and a triumph.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay,
I love it. Okay, so the failure is he does not convince the town. Okay?
Sure.
But I'll say he can convince 3 people. That's those advantages.
Yeah.
Just 3 people. But the town, forget about it. Just 3 people. And the triumph will be revealed after we pick who they are. Maybe one of them has like something to help with what they're doing.
Sure.
Just because the 2 that I made, I think I'll do Dip and Bailiff Jacuzzi.
Okay.
And then one of your characters.
Oh, I know who he convinces. He convinces old farmer Jehoshaphat.
Oh, who's just sitting in the back?
Yeah.
We forgot about him.
And the reason it convinces him is because back in the first story, Farmer Jehoshaphat was the one who had these wild theories about how there were monsters out in the woods and stuff.
That's right. Oh.
And
okay.
he doesn't even feel the vindication of I was right. He feels the resignation of like, well, yeah, duh, of course that would happen.
Yes, I've been saying it all along. Okay, so Bombadiglio, after he makes this rousing speech, the town's like, forget about it, and they all kind of disperse.
Right.
That includes Gary, Theodorian, and
I guess
Maria.
it does.
Yeah, they're not convinced.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But 3 people stand still by his side. Bailiff Jacuzzi says, well, I've made my decision. I will not be arresting you yet. We got to deal with this other threat that's stealing our livestock and might be throwing some kind of a chicken coup.
Oh, like coop. I get it. That's clever.
Yes.
That's
yes.
wordplay.
Yes. Wordplay is a holy act around here. Even though we don't have a library, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think old Farmer Jehoshaphat stands up. I don't know why I said stands up. Everyone is already standing.
On a fence or something.
Yeah. He was just inexplicably sitting down in the road.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah. I mean, nobody comes down it. It's fine. If I've said it once, I've said it I've said it at least twice. Animals that go missing out in their forest don't come back the same as they did when they left. I'm working on shortening it up. Fewer words to get to the point quicker.
Yeah,
animals go out. Yeah.
I think you could say that the forest changes him.
The forest changes them. Animals that. Yes. Thank you.
It's Dip.
It's
It's
Dip?
me, Dip.
Okay. I thought your name was Dip. I couldn't remember.
Jehoshaphat, how come you don't remember my name? You always seem to say it every time we see me. Unless you're not saying my name.
Would it make it better or worse if I tell you that I call everybody dipshit?
Better.
All right.
But now you gotta stop, because that's my name.
You know what? In the spirit of town unity in this crisis we're facing, I will try to do a better job of remembering your name and keeping your name out my mouth. But yeah, the point is, that forest is bad juju, is what I'm getting at. As much as I don't like to say it, Mr. Bombadiglio, I do believe you.
All right, everyone. We just made a name.
Yeah.
Just made a name for this forest, and we came up with, drumroll please, Sparklewoods. That's right.
We spent many hours on it. This is a lot of lore connected to the name. It's some Tolkien shit right here. Yeah. Sparklewoods.
It goes back. You'll never figure out what gave us the idea.
Yeah, the Sparklewoods is crazy. Oh, when animals go in, they don't come out the same. And it's connected to the high forest.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. But it's like its own separate little bit. So I'm thinking we gotta attack before the Piig and his allies attack us. What do you guys think?
Well, I've never attacked an organized group of woodland creatures before, but I guess I have illusion and visual magic. I mean,
Yes, let's hold on.
I think Dip is getting real excited. He starts drawing in the dirt.
We need to figure out our assets. Okay, on our side, Team Stephaknee, we got Bombadiglio's illusion magic. Check. Okay. Let's see. Bailiff Jacuzzi, what do you got? Well, I have this sword I never use.
nice.
It's some, I guess, medium armor.
All right, and I've got my sling.
Love it.
That's one of the reasons people call me dipshit, because I keep using it. You know that, Jehoshaphat, you know.
Why would that make people call you dipshit? I don't...
Because I throw rocks at people.
Oh, so they're mad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think I have... Oh, I remember someone throwing rocks at... Okay. Yeah, I definitely would have called you a dipshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That was me.
So, wait a minute. Did you adopt that as your name because things keep happening to you like that, or...
Nope, that's what my parents named me.
Huh. All right.
It's a family thing.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, there's me. We've got a big family, you know.
Okay.
There's Dip, Deep.
God damn it.
Do you remember any of my other sibling names?
Yeah. Your beloved family pet, Bull. Who ironically is just a dog.
And then my brother who became a reader, Holy.
Yeah. Your estranged Uncle Bat.
Oh yeah, he's crazy. It's a big family. I'm sure I got more siblings and things.
Of course.
But anyway, Farmer Jehoshaphat, what do you have to add to our list?
I have. I just have. It's a pitchfork, but one of the tines is broken, so it's more just like a big metal stick with like a curve at the end. Does that make? It's not really anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's something.
Yeah, it's not good for hay bales.
I imagine that.
Yeah.
And then, Bombadiglio, what animal critters do they got on their side?
Well, what I've seen for sure is several Piigs. I can't confirm that they're the same ones that went missing, but I feel like, if it looks like a duck and a quack, or in this case, if it looks like a Piig and it squeals like a Piig.
Are there ducks?
Yes, there are. And those were the most terrifying of all because they look like normal ducks. They do look like normal ducks.
How many ducks are there?
How many ducks are there? I can't even begin to impress upon you the scope of how many ducks there are.
No, rolling is better. Rolling is better. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll the d20.
Yeah.
It's 2.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was thinking of bugs. I was thinking of how many bugs they have. That's a number that's impossible to comprehend. There's a lot of bugs. Ducks, there's only 2.
I realize my 2 characters' voices have fused into one character voice, and so I'm going to try to differentiate them.
Oh, don't worry about it. Old Farmer Jehoshaphat is like, I have no idea where his voice is at any given time. It changes every sentence.
Okay, so they've got, this is me dip talking.
Yep.
They've got 2 ducks.
They've got 2 ducks.
A good handful of pigs.
Yep.
A lot of bugs.
Yes.
So many bugs.
It might not actually be that many. They're hard to count even when there's a small number.
Yeah, it's true, they're bugs.
Yeah.
Did they get any chickens?
Have any chickens gone missing?
Old Farmer Jehoshaphat suddenly goes pale. Oh no. A lot of chickens have gone missing.
Jehoshaphat, it's me, the bailiff. I'm gonna be a higher voice. How many of your chickens have gone missing?
I love the idea of these people standing in a circle talking to each other, but every time someone speaks, they have to remind everyone else what their name is. It's me, the bailiff. Oh, no. It's at least. I had 20, and I woke up this morning and there were 3, so I'm not saying all 17.
All this last night?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it was all in one night. And I'm not. I can't promise you that all 17 have defected over to the dark side, as it were. But
no, I think that's what it was. Okay, now it's me dip again.
This is the best.
I think that, and then of course they've got the Piig in himself.
Yes.
So that's quite a. Where did you see any mistwalkers? Please tell me the answer is no. Otherwise, we're in big trouble.
No, I certainly didn't. But
okay, good.
Once you talked about how once Maria over there said that there seemed to be suspicion of mistwalkers taking the livestock, I thought, well, it's not the craziest thing I've ever seen happen in the village of Stephaknee.
That's true. The craziest thing was what you did.
Yup. Thank you, citizen, for reminding us.
Of course.
I guess I kind of brought it up.
All right. So I think we just gotta go out and let's just get them. Let's just run up and pop, and just full frontal assault. Take them down before the numbers get too big, and then we get all our pigs back. And before the Sparkle Woods, was it woods or forest?
I think it was the Sparkle Woods.
Well, before the Sparkle Grove can transform our normal critters into bigger critters or whatever it does. Maybe it makes it smarter. Oh no, maybe that's what it did to the pig and it made it smarter.
Oh, it's sure. I've never considered that, but it's sure possible.
Yeah, Joe, you're the local expert on the Sparkle Forest.
You were always talking crazy things about that forest.
I mean, and now that I think, I don't know why we live here. It's an incredibly dangerous place. If animals who go into it become some kind of sapient, knowledgeable, organized armies, kind of a wild thing to hear.
We didn't do the triumph, so here it is.
Okay.
Bailiff Jachuzzi says, "Gentlemen, I need you to come over to my house.
Oh my God.
I have something that you need to know that answers that very question. And this might come in handy for our assault." So they all go to Bailiff Jachuzzi's house, and she sets out some Vandelic tea for him. "You're going to need this, especially you, Bombadiglio. You're all beat up. Get some healing herbs in you."
Oh, much appreciated.
She does the thing where she walks to a window and puts her hands behind her back and just stares out the window. It says, "The village of Stephaknee is not a remarkable place. As in, like, most people don't know about it. But that was by design, you see. You see, back when our fine kingdom first formed, these forests, they were something special. And so a town was built here to investigate that forest, to learn of its magical properties. But
Wow.
it was too powerful, and it scared out most of the people. Then, later on, some more people stumbled across a basically fully fledged town, and were like, "Hey, let's live here," and set up little farms and homesteads, and expanded into a whole village of Stephaknee. It was named Stephaknee after the one person that lived from the original group. Who was supposed to stay back and warn everyone to not come here. But she liked being in charge of the whole town and named it after herself and passed on this knowledge to her daughter and then to her other daughter and so on and so forth unto me. See, I am the descendant of Stephaknee, and I'm telling you this knowledge now because I think it's time for the secret to be revealed because our town is in danger. And it's up to us, gentlemen, to destroy this Piig and his army and make sure that no one else in town hears about this. Otherwise, they're all going to scat, and we ain't going to have a home no more. You understand me, boys? Wow.
I think so.
Man, that just came out of my bum, I'll tell you that much right now.
Well, I mean, they've already heard it, but they just don't think I was telling the truth. So.
Well, no, they don't know about all the stuff I just said.
Oh, okay. Right.
They can't know that part.
Right.
That part's hush-hush. That this whole town is a government-planted city to investigate the magical forest.
I mean, of course, Jehoshaphat is just like, "Oh, I knew it."
You were the closest. I will say this. You were very close. I like Jehoshaphat being like this conspiracy theorist.
I have like 59 different ideas about the way this town was formed, and this was one of them, so I like to think I was right. Yeah.
Right after, I've seen your list, Jehoshaphat. It came right after was built by elves.
Right.
And right before, it's all an illusion. All an illusion.
See, that's what trips people up, is because those two actually sound more plausible than this whole government thing. That's where people get mixed up. They look for the likely ones, and they miss the unlikely ones. And then I'll tell you all about it sometimes. I have a podcast.
No, what? Now what? Hold on. Now what does that mean, Jehoshaphat?
No, it means nothing. We have to move on. There can't be podcasts.
I remember what that was. It's where you took bean pods and you cast them out as you went fishing, and then you would just talk for a long time.
Podcast.
And have people try to listen to you. But here's the thing, Jehoshaphat, there's too many podcasters. And so no one listens to you.
Oh my god. All the best fishermen have a strong podcast. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, so when are we going to go find them? Let's go.
I mean,
I want everyone at home to know that whenever I get into dip, I like hold up fake guns and wave them in the air. That's how I've gotten into his character now. Let's go.
Dip, you're really you're just really excited about this. Do you have any ideas on how we should track down the leader? And
I know. It's an idea so crazy it probably came from my uncle. Bat.
Also, Dip, are you doing all right? It feels like it's not been that long since your brother passed away.
I just need to be distracted. Come on.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's just, now that I think about it, man.
This is an exciting thing in this dumb, boring town of ours.
Oh boy.
My idea is this.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
I'm ready.
The Piig is recruiting animals.
Yep.
We disguise ourselves as animals.
Oh my god. Okay.
And then when we show in, we do a counter coup within the Piig's own ranks, try to turn some of them animals back on our side. And then, boom pow, we take down the Piig.
Oh boy.
Dinner for everybody.
Okay.
I'm sure that tastes delicious. Chicken Piig combo? Come on.
I don't know how...
You can use your illusion magic to make us look like animals.
Oh, boy, that is... That's a new one. But yeah, that I can do it. I can...
He looks reluctant, but he...
Yes.
I mean, I guess he reaches into his like shirt collar and pulls out that amulet, and he looks very reluctant, but he waves it at Dip, and
yes.
What does Dip appear to turn into?
Well, I need you to roll for magic. I need you to roll magic.
Right.
This would be spellcasting. Again, I think he's got at least a
Sure.
3 green and 1 yellow in this.
Okay.
Difficulty 2.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Holy shit. Although I guess that's a loaded term.
That's my brother.
In present company, yeah. Are you kidding? Again, I got a failure and 4 advantages.
Oh.
Why are these always so complicated?
Well, okay, so that means he doesn't make him turn into a forest animal. Oh, man.
Right? It's weird to try to think of something.
Something else happens when you use the magic. And
okay.
It is that your illusion magic highlights Bombadiglio's steps.
What? It highlights his steps after he takes them?
No, like the ones he's already taken.
Okay.
So it can lead us back to the Piig.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that hasn't happened before.
And they look down, and sure enough, there's a glowing trail of footsteps going out the door from the way they came. Doubtless back into the town square, and after that, back into the forest.
Sparklewoods.
Back into the Sparklewoods. They're sparkling, yeah.
Oh, yes, they do. Wait, maybe all your time is me Dip again. Maybe all your time in the Sparklewoods has messed up your amulet.
I hadn't thought about... I'd mostly just been trying to use it to keep myself as invisible from the Piig as much as I could, but I hadn't thought about how it might have changed my other attempts at magic.
And he just... Yeah, he's just like bemusedly looking at the glowing footprints and like touching them to see if they go away and stuff.
Well, I think everyone, we should get all our supplies. It's me, the bailiff, to choose here again. Because I realize again, these voices are way too similar.
It's tricky.
I did this on myself. I didn't have to do this. Let's go get all our weapons and let's just go in there for all the tracks. And maybe we could try that illusion again when we get closer.
I mean, I'm down, I suppose. I have...
well, no, I was gonna say... I was gonna make a line about how much DP he has left, but I don't think I want to bring that into existence.
I'm gonna say one of the advantages is that it didn't...
Hell yeah.
DP.
Hell yeah, so he still has plenty.
There were 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I think 3 of them can be lumped into...
Right.
It takes you straight there. Like, that's the other 3 advantages.
Perfect.
Okay, so they get all their stuff, pitchfork and sling and sword, and they head into the sparkly woods, which, again, they're not they don't like, it's not like, oh, the trees are glitter, but it's like a filter, you know, like there's like one of those like Snapchat filters where like there seems to be more twinkles than there should be in the way that the light floats through.
Okay.
You know, this was the mages who were here were trying to figure out why it sparkled. Their best guess had to do with pollen, I think. The way that it floated through the air just kind of clouded things up and made everything more sparkly. But that doesn't explain all the weird magic stuff.
Oh, I always just once I heard your story, I just assumed this was from the curse.
The which curse now?
But you don't know about the curse? I thought that was, well, you were speaking so confidently about the other things. I thought you already knew about the curse.
Jehoshaphat, did you know about this curse?
No. What in the world are you talking about, actually?
Well,
Now I have to actually think of it. I was like,
Bombadiglio, what's this curse?
I was like, if I just say it and I say it with confidence, surely my brain will supply the necessary backstory.
well, it's in my travels before I arrived here on that fateful day years ago that we've already mentioned quite a few times. I simply heard stories of people saying things like, Stephaknee is a quaint little village, but be careful of getting too close to the Sparkle Woods. There's a cursed field of magic of the mind within. And as magic of the mind, I don't entirely know what that meant, or at least I didn't know at the time, but, well, you were mentioning animals changing and people changing and spells changing and...
As you say all that,
Okay.
oh my gosh, this is getting deep, dude.
Okay.
Dude, this is going crazy. I think Jachuzi, she like freezes and she says, magic of the mind? Field? Oh my goodness. It's like her brain is like opened, you know, like back in Hijri, whenever like memories come flooding. She's like,
the secrets.
oh my goodness, I remember now. We gotta get to that field right away. Come on, everyone, follow these steps.
No.
And they rush after the highlighted steps, and of course, they lead to a small clearing. It's not big.
Right.
You know, maybe the size of like one house.
Right.
But the grass here is like a shade of pinkish purple.
Oh, okay.
And it seems to be swaying, even though there's no wind.
Oh, I love it.
Just swaying back and forth. And the sparkles seem extra dense because there's these like lavender flowers that droop over the edges of the trees, releasing all the pollen that sparkles this whole section of the woods. Of course, in this field is the Piig standing upright like a man.
Doesn't it have like 6 legs or some crap?
Maybe. I thought you had pictured it, said it was standing upright on the log, but maybe that I was thinking too much like Animal Farm.
Maybe I did. Oh God, I don't remember what I said.
It's standing upright.
Okay,
and it's got its
upright.
army of 2 ducks, pigs, 17 chickens,
2
and
ducks.
A larger amount of bugs than you would have wanted
Pretty
in
big
one
amount
area.
of bugs.
Yeah, they're all gathered together, and they don't see us yet.
Yeah.
But the bailiff, Jachuzi, says,
Right.
Well, I remember. You see, the mages, they did learn what was going on here. It was this field that was causing all of the stuff to go on. It's all complicated about what kind of magic it does, but the one thing that is most dangerous is that this field causes you to forget that this field exists.
Oh no.
And so she turns to everyone, like the other members of Stephaknee. She's like, we've all known about this the whole time, but we keep forgetting. And the only reason I remember some of it is because I have it written down, and every morning I see it. And so I feel like I'm in some kind of, like I know a secret. But we all know about this field. We've known about this field our whole life.
I don't think that's right. I would remember something like this. No, if I knew about this, I would remember it for sure.
Check your list of ideas. Notice how none of them say mind-controlling field. Isn't that weird, though? That you have so many weird ideas and this isn't on it?
And Jehoshaphat looks down his list of...
And there's like a blank spot.
Yeah, he looks down his list of 59 ideas, and he sees that Of course, the last one is number 59, but halfway up the list, there's a blank space where one of the numbers should be. There's just nothing there. It's so spooky.
It's so spooky.
As I was saying that, I was like, this is taking way too long to say.
Oh my goodness. It's the Sparkle Force conspiracy. Where you just forget it exists because of the pollen. It gets in your brain. It makes you forget about it.
Oh no.
It's a defense mechanism from the plants so you don't disturb them.
Well, if that's the case, then we need to make sure we do this quick before we forget why we're even here. How do we get started? They haven't seen us yet, right?
Well, I say we just charge in there and just wail our weapons around. They're animals, right? Spook them.
Good idea, Dip. I was really encouraged by the way you were like vibrating silently and shaking your arms back and forth, even though there was no audio component to it.
Well, I wanted to say guns blazing, but I don't think we have guns.
No, we have something better than guns. We have the illusion of guns.
You're right. Give me guns right now. Make my sling look like a gun. The fabled Iraqian weapon.
The fabled where now weapon?
Iraq.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of want to roll for illusion and see if I can give everybody fake guns.
Yes. Do it. Roll for magic. You get a boost because you're in the Sparkle Woods.
Ooh, yeah, there we go.
The mind field.
Yeah, if
Magic of the mind.
It's all about believing in your mind. What numbers do I want?
This is giving me so many ideas for world building. I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Oh my god.
Magic of the mind fields. It's a minefield, Jamie.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That's my dad's name.
Yeah, if someone builds a grand estate here, it'll be the Mind Palace.
No. You had 3 greens and a yellow for his boons.
Okay.
Plus a boost difficulty 3 because you've never seen a gun.
Okay, three greens, 3 difficulty, 1 boost, 1 yellow.
Yep.
You've never seen a gun. All right, what do we got? What in the gosh darn heck do we have going on here?
What in the writer's bookshelves? I love that.
The writer in all his bookshelves. Okay, we actually have a success this time.
Huzzah.
We have 2 disadvantages.
Oh, okay.
It can never be simple, you know?
It can never be simple. Yeah. But that's why we like this dice system, is it makes it spicy.
So wait. Apparently, because of the forgetting field, the Bombadiglio has completely forgotten about the plan to give us all animal illusion disguises. So we're not doing that. Instead, he's trying to give everyone guns.
Yes. Yeah.
Which succeeded.
Yep, so he does give everyone guns.
Everyone has the illusion of guns.
But maybe I'm going to go with one of the disadvantages is it's like the gun illusion isn't, it's like a poorly made video game where it doesn't clip properly. So like it doesn't actually look like you're holding the gun. It's not like your hand will go through it and then like you walk and the gun follows a bit behind. So it's kind of like, it's just like it doesn't line up properly.
No, I can see that.
And then
I think I have an idea for the other disadvantage.
Okay.
Animals don't fucking know what guns are in Palladium. Yeah. They have no reason to be intimidated.
Yeah, they don't know what guns are.
They're just like, why are those weird humans sort of kind of not holding a bunch of long sticks that are like clipping through their hands?
All right, but Dip, he's got 2 of them.
Dip has got 2 guns.
Got 2 guns. And I think the guns, I mean, they have to be like longer rifle muskets. Like there's no way there's like handguns.
Okay.
Because I don't think those have been made yet. Oh no, I guess pistols exist.
Do they?
I'm just trying to think historically what were the first guns that were made.
Yeah.
And I think a pistol would have been a thing. Yeah.
Damn.
Like a revolver
okay.
kind of,
I assumed that we were nowhere near that in Palladium just because it's never come up, you know?
Oh, I suppose it is 2040.
They're very crude guns. Like, you have to shoot them like one time.
Honestly, I thought the joke was that we just have something super impossible, like an illusion of some weird futuristic thing that doesn't exist. I thought that was part of the bit.
Well, maybe Bombadiglio's never seen a gun.
Right.
And so he makes, like, they look like crossbows, but they shoot lasers. Like, that's
I
what he
love
thinks
it,
a
yeah.
gun is. Yeah. But they're sleek and chrome.
It's the best.
That's what he thinks a gun is. It's just a metal crossbow that shoots big lasers.
I mean, isn't it though?
Yep. All right, let's go.
All right.
Dip just goes running out.
I mean, I guess Bombadiglio and Jehoshaphat do the same.
And I guess Bailiff Jachuzi is gonna like also go out, but she's gonna like try to be more sneaky about it.
I can't even fathom what we're about to do here with our fake guns that aren't anything.
This is it. I think as soon as we run into the field, though,
Yeah.
of the mind magic,
Okay.
it all gets even weirder.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
So like we're running, we're like ah!
Yeah,
Dip
yeah.
is screaming, he's battle crying, ah! Running in. But as soon as he walks into it, he hears a voice.
Oh, okay.
And one of the ducks looks up at him and says, "You have come to the field. Welcome." And then the other duck says, "Yes, brother. They have come to the field." And all the animals can talk in the field.
Okay.
But are they actually talking?
Okay.
We'll find out.
I don't like this. Fuck, man. I guess the swarm of bugs also starts talking.
Yes. What do they say, Jamie?
They say, I think they just say death, 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 and really nothing else, which in itself is
death.
which is just as if the giant swarm of bugs wasn't already kind of unsettling.
Yeah. I think the chickens all turn to Jehoshaphat and they just look at him and they all take their fingers and they all do like the slit your throat
they're
thing.
what? They're
Their
what?
fingers.
They're what?
I was gonna say their wings,
Nathan,
but their wings have fingers on them.
This is quickly becoming my nightmare, just as much as it is the characters. I want you to know that.
And they do a little like slit throat thing, and then one of them does like a fist punching thing.
Yeah, because
with
he
their
has
now
fists.
fingers.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. This is so much worse than the dog having thumbs.
Maybe that's where the golden retriever came from.
Oh, no.
Is they were first bred in the sparkle?
No. This is so uncomfortable. Oh, my God. I mean, the Piigs. The Piigs are just out of this universe, man. They're like different colors. Some of them are upside down, but they're still walking on something. Some of them are like photo negative colors, so it looks like they're glowing except for the parts that should be light.
Yes. Oh my
it's
gosh.
really bad. It's a bad time.
And then I think so. All our heroes are just stunned. Then they gotta just be like, "What's going on?" And the Piigan goes, "Come now, my children. Let us not act in haste. We have visitors.
What the fuck?
Bombadiglio, you have finally come to me. And you brought friends."
Well, I mean, I was running away from you, and then we're here to stop you. From your.
There's no need for that, Bombadiglio. You have nothing to fear from me.
Oh, that's great. This is great news.
You don't need to fear your new king.
Oh, okay. It's less encouraging.
I've had a change of heart, Bombadiglio. My father, you could say, when you created me 6 years ago.
Oh, I thought he was starting a sentence like, "You see, my father was..."
No, it's you.
You're my father, Bombadiglio.
Oh, that is a very wild thing to try to process in my mind.
I've had a change of heart. You see, I was once just a beast. But my many years... I was once two beasts. But then I was made one beast. And my time in this forest has brought me enlightenment. And I no longer seek to chase and hunt you down. For what comes after a hunter and gatherer? Society, civilization. And that is what I seek to make now. And so I have brought myself new children. And he gestures to the fingered chickens,
Yeah, of course.
the talking ducks, and just the visually strange pigs.
Yeah, of course.
They are quirky in their own rights. But aren't we all quirky?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm terrified.
Oh yeah, I did a whole thing where I like wore dark glasses and lied to a whole town, and there's a whole. I'll definitely say I've got some quirks.
Bombadiglio,
Yeah,
it's me, Dip.
yeah, yeah. I saw that tip. What's up?
I peed my pants.
Okay,
This is terrifying.
I don't know why you thought to let me know that, Dip.
I don't know either. It's the mind magic. It's messing with my head. Is the Piig really talking? Is this all real? He like grabs your head. Is this all real?
Oh, I'm so far past the question of if this is real or not. I'm in like another dimension, my man.
Are we in another dimension? I think Dip is just cracking. He's just
no,
like
poor dude.
he's fallen to the pressure of the mind magic, and he's like, I think I'm gonna lie down and eat some grass. He lays down on the grass, like continues to sway, like waves lapping against him.
You probably shouldn't eat the grass. I don't think that's
Nom,
a good.
nom, nom.
Oh,
I'm a cow.
there he
Nom,
goes.
nom, nom.
Okay, he thinks he's a cow.
Bailiff Jachuzi has not cracked.
I think Jehoshaphat is surprisingly. He's not like fearless or anything, but I think he's surprisingly accepting of this situation and how fucking wild it is. And he's just like, so let's go with Your Majesty, I guess.
Yes.
So is it fine if we go back to the village and you're gonna stay here and everything's fine, or
You have a few choices.
okay?
Your previous subjects, the chickens, have told me about you, Jehoshaphat. You are an enlightened fellow as well. You are of a higher thinking. So this will probably come easily for you to understand. You can choose to rebel. This is normal when new leadership is given in any society. Or you can choose to obey. I will be a kind and gracious king to the village of Stephaknee. All I will ask is that everyone becomes vegetarian. And any remaining animals you have are brought to me. 2, you pay me taxes. This is what kings do. 3, you build me a palace
Oh, god damn it!
and become my subjects.
Do we have to like live here, or can we just?
No,
Okay.
you can stay in your little tiny homes and live in your little tiny lives. And I will be above you. That is what kings do, and that is what peasants do. What the fuck?
Can you give us a second to take a vote on it?
This will be the last time you peasants even get a chance to vote. But yes.
Oh, poor choice of words. I just meant a minute for us to discuss with each other what our answer's gonna be.
I will allow this discussion. But my new children are not patient. The chickens are still cracking their knuckles.
I
Newly
hate
created
that
knuckles.
so
just
much.
cracking so many of them.
Yeah, they're excited to have Knuckles to crack.
They're like, oh, this is so cool.
It's such a nightmare to picture.
Okay, so the three of them huddle up.
Yeah.
Well, this is terrifying.
Who's not in the huddle? Oh, Dip?
Dip's still eating grass.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I'd seen. Well, I haven't seen it all. I'm a farmer in a really boring town, but I've seen some things.
But you thought about it all.
I've thought about it all, exactly. I didn't see this one coming. Here's what I'm thinking. If we say that's fine, nobody gets hurt, we can leave this horrific, strange place.
We can always rebel later.
We can just push that choice to another day if we want.
Yeah.
Might be fine in the meantime. So I'm feeling like I'd rather not fight these hybrid creatures with a one-tong pitchfork.
Now, there is to be considered. If we wait later, he will probably be stronger later. I mean, we're going to bring him more animals. That's required. He'll have a bigger army later on. But to be fair, we could also call the actual king. Maybe he'd. Well, no, he sucks, so he probably won't actually care that much.
Right, but we have ways that we could get stronger too. More so than the three of us on his ground in a panic right now. We're not exactly at our best right at the second. So what I'm hearing is we're all kind of leaning towards saying yes for the moment, right?
I think we have to say yes for the moment.
I think we have to say yes for the moment.
Okay.
And then,
yeah.
I guess, you know what this means?
I don't know what this means.
She brings everyone in close. Bombadiglio, I ain't gonna arrest you now. But the three of us, we're gonna go along with this plan. And we're gonna allow this Piig to take over the village of Stephaknee. And we'll let him have his ways. But there will become another time where we will rise again.
Yep.
And Bombadiglio, let me just say, your story is not over yet.
Oh, no.
There will be another chapter to this story.
Oh my god. We'll put it in a 3-part series. We'll call the first one A New Bombadiglio, then The Revenge of the Piig, and then it'll be Return of the Bombadiglio. And we're just about to wrap up part 2.
So I guess it's decided.
Yeah, I'm glad we're all on the same page, to use a holy phrase.
And so they turn to the Piig, and they say, well, I'll let you, you guys say it. No, I'm the bailiff.
Go for it. Juicy.
Well, as the bailiff, I guess I have one of the highest authorities of the village of Stephaknee.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we do have a lord, but they're
the city?
not kind of Stephaknee. Yeah, I think there should be a lord of every town.
Okay.
It's like the replacement for mayor, you know?
Sure.
But they're kind of a pushover. So they really just let me run the show. So, yes, Piig, you have control over the village of Stephaknee, and we will meet your demands. And there will not be any problems later on for
or
you.
any sort of uprisings or dramatic rebellions.
Or later rebellions, or coups within the coups.
It's gonna be a hell of a time explaining to everyone else the new situation, but we'll make it work.
This is why I chose you three as my ambassadors.
What?
The bailiff, who has the greatest power. Bombadiglio, you have the greatest persuasion in the town. And Jehoshaphat, the smartest of them all, who knew all along. Jehoshaphat, look at your list and read the first letter of every suggestion.
No.
And you will see that it spells out everything that's happened so far. You know.
59 letters that happen to form a coherent sentence.
Yep. And I don't need to spell it out for you because you already know.
It's almost
what
nighttime.
that
We have no
is.
time. It's almost the end of the day.
Yo, look at the time. You better go back. We'll talk about it next time, I suppose.
How did you know that the four of us, if you include Dip, that the three of us would be
Dip
the
kind
only
of
ones?
snuck along. He wasn't supposed to be here.
How did you know we would be the ones to believe Bombadiglio and follow him to the sheriff's, where we found Bombadiglio's glowing footprints? Wait.
You think those footprints were an accident?
There it is.
I led you here. My powers are stronger than you can even comprehend. And maybe, you know what? Screw it. This is how it ends.
Okay.
And he claps two of his hands, and you all bow. You're forced to bow. And he's like, yes, you had no choice in this matter. And even the Piig, he's getting a little high on his own magic. He's like, for you see, I'm more than just a king. I am the rider himself. I control all things. And then all the pigs start a dance around him, and the chickens do a dance. And
with their hands,
ducks
yeah,
do a dance, and the bugs, they all do a little dance around him.
Yeah.
And when all that craziness is said and done, the three of you wake up, and you're at the edge of the forest.
Oh no, Dip's not with us.
Oh shit.
No dipshit.
No dipshit. No, he's not with you.
Oh no.
Not this time.
Oh my god.
And the three of you are at the edge of the forest, and there's a moment where you think, well, maybe it was all a dream. But no. Because you've each been given...
Oh, god damn it.
Like a necklace made of the lilacs, like the flowers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good gravy. All right.
And thus begins the reign of the Piig over the village of Stephaknee.
Oh, my lord. What?
I guess.
What have we done?
Well, we gotta include Jake on part 3. That's all I gotta say.
What did we just unleash onto Palladium?
Oh, no.
This got so out of hand so fast.
Well, patrons, stick around, because at some point in the future, part 3 to the Bombadiglio saga will be coming to a Patreon feed near you. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
maybe one day we'll even find out his real name.
Yeah, because that's not his real name. Wow, this went from a silly, stupid one-shot to...
Yeah, because, it still technically is all three of those things. Silly, stupid, and a one-shot, but it's also...
It's not a one-shot anymore. It's going to be a 3-shot.
Oh, my God. Okay, sure.
I'm so invested in this, I'm literally, screw the other show. We're doing... This is the show.
Right. The Patreon episodes will be occasionally checking in and seeing what's happening with Rainer, while the main feed becomes just all Bombadiglio all the time, baby.
Bombadiglio, the show. Well, I'm gonna call it there, because this has been a long one already.
Good Lord in heaven above.
I think you mean Ryder and his many bookshelves. Oh, shit. All right, thanks for your money, patrons. Bye.
Oh, good Lord. I am sorry.
You're welcome. Oh, and Jake, now that you're hearing this too, we're going to need your help for part 3. That's all I got to say.
Oh, my Lord.
Maybe it'll be the return of Carton, too. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. I could picture that.
There's so many potential things that could happen. All right. Well,
Yeah.
signing off.
I'm so tired emotionally.